Hello there. Hello there, nerds. Today we're going to talk about the mob vote and why your opinion didn't really matter. Sort of. I'm actually going to be using some math to explain it. Of course, I myself am just like random dude on YouTube who talks. So I don't have any cool sheets or any actual evidence of this. If you want evidence for this, then there's like some other channels that have actually posted videos on this. I forget which one I saw, but there are various other channels that can show with the proof a lot more than I can. But I'm just gonna talk over the stuff that they've shown. Well, sort of, and also my own opinions on this, sort of. I don't know. Whatever. Let's get into it. Okay, so I guess we should start with one of these smaller questions and smaller answers, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe we should start with what the problems with the mob vote were, or maybe, or perhaps why your opinion really doesn't matter. So, I have no idea how to organize this, but, essentially, the mob vote, there are two very different groups between the people on YouTube and the people who vote. That's why, so people were getting mad because all these poll and thinking that like the mob votes are rigged, because always when the mob comes out, it always seems to be garbage. I myself didn't think so all the time. I'm actually probably one of the more optimistic people about this, even though I'm here to tell you that your opinion really doesn't matter, or rather, I should say, the opinion of the more active community doesn't matter. You see, a lot of the people, most of the people who play Minecraft might not be what we call pros, or even just normal players, like people who actually know things about the game and stuff. Some of them might not even know how to build a nether portal. I know there was a time when I sure didn't. And so a lot of people don't even know how to build a nether portal. Some just play the game for the fun. Some might not play on servers and stuff. And some of them just don't keep up with the news in the game and stuff. And so when the mob votes roll around, they just vote. Some of them might not even watch Minecraft Live, and so they have no idea what the properties of these creatures are, and they don't exactly think about their properties in game. For instance, our first mob vote, I wasn't there for it, but some people were. Actually, I might have been there for it, because I distinctly remember first time I saw phantoms, I was terrified. Not really, but I was, like, mortified, because I thought I could escape underwater. And they fly underwater, too, or at least they did back then. So, yeah, that kind of mortified me. First experience, not very good. But, all in all, most people seem to hate phantoms, but I actually like them. Before that, I think it would have been really nice to be able to repair Elytra using leather, but really, this way it's a lot more difficult, which is why the people are complaining, really, but because it's so absurdly difficult. My goodness, having some trouble parkouring this, but the thing is, I don't know. I think it's actually quite a nice mechanic, because, I mean, if you were able to repair your Elytra so easily, then, well, there wouldn't be any challenge about keeping Elytra or anything. Of course, now that there's mending and stuff, there is still, like, no challenge. But, one second. Got something in my mouth. But, like, you know, without the phantoms, it would be even more of a challenge. And to me, phantoms aren't really that much of an annoyance. Mostly because I actually sleep at night, unlike some of you. Some of you clearly don't sleep at night if you have problems with phantoms. But of course I do from time to time. But the solution is pretty simple. Of course, the options for the mob vote were actually the other options I thought were all pretty much better. We could have had a sea creature that haunted the depths, Or we could have had a creature that, like, that could have, tried to bite us from under the ground. What lovely concepts. But I would have preferred them to the Phantom, because they seem more imaginative. Literally, I heard the sales pitch for it was, you should vote for this, because there are currently no hostile flying mobs in Minecraft. Like, what? That's a terrible sales pitch. I mean, now that it's here, it really doesn't serve much purpose for enhancing the game, and a lot of people hate it. But too bad, it's here to stay, I think. Anyway, we also could have had, like, I think my personal favorite actually was the creature that, like, ate you from beneath the ground. I really liked the blaze thing, too. But, I probably need to get on with the actual real point and stop talking about history. Even though I personally liked, even though I never actually got the outcome I wanted from these mob votes, but I was actually quite okay with how they turned out, even though they weren't what I wanted. For instance, well, no for instance. We need to get to the point. You guys are probably getting tired of me rambling. So, the problem. Well, there's a couple problems. First one, obviously, is that there are 3 mobs. And, in any case, 2/3 of the people, or at least, well, the majority rules, obviously. But 2 of the 3 mobs are going to get deleted. And that leaves the minorities, well, actually, maybe put together they could be the majority, but you know what I mean. That leaves them all upset and stuff. And, that's the first problem right there. The second problem is something much more interesting that I did not realize until I saw a video talking about, it was a video by that one guy who does Minecraft deep dives, and I found it really interesting. Because lately, the Minecraft community's been, like, so, I don't know, ridiculous, really. Like, chill out, people. What in the world? I literally heard that someone say the words, allegations of being egotistic. How can you call that an allegation? Really? And I do know that some of this crazy stuff actually has revealed some bad things about people. But I really did not like it. All this negativity and stuff. I don't know what happened, but it just happened, and now the community seems to be negative. And I also talked a little bit about this, and why Minecraft is not dying, even though so many people say it is. I'll tell you what's going on. Minecraft is not dying, and just because all of us say, or like all these YouTubers say it'll die, it's not going to die because they say it is. Okay? The community that looks at videos and stuff and watches this stuff, and the real active community, is the minority. Most people that vote in the mob votes don't even know what these mobs' properties are. Thus, why we keep getting so many mobs that we don't like. So many mobs that seem like the obvious choice, at least to us, are voted out of in favor of others. Because some of the people just vote. I mean, like, I personally like to look much deeper than the surface level of what these creatures would do to Minecraft. But, yeah. And so, essentially, when I say your opinion doesn't matter, I mean that it sort of doesn't matter. Really, technically, your opinion still does sort of matter, but also at the same time, it means that all of our opinions put together are still the minority, and most people that vote in the mob vote are actually going to not even, like, have a, probably, well, there aren't any mob votes anymore, and that's probably because the community's complete outrage over them. Getting completely tired of all the annoying stuff and all the times that mobs have been voted for that ended up being completely garbage. Or at least they felt like they were. In my opinion, the most garbage one of all was a sniffer that I saw. I mean, there were a couple of votes, like the one that turned out the sniffer. Dude, who talks about the sniffer anymore? The only people that benefited from that were people who talked about lore. And I do like lore. That's the only thing that really makes me any sort of level of happy about this. But it just kind of made me mad, because I felt like all the people that... Before I found out about this, I felt like all the people that were voting for these mobs were just voting on them based on their colors and stuff. We got a lay whenever I was thinking about a copper golem. Think of all the possibilities that I could have had for redstone and stuff. I'm no redstone geek or anything, but I knew quite well what we could do with that stuff. That could have revolutionized redstone. Who knows where we would be today with that. It doesn't really matter, but I kind of got sort of slightly angry that the mob that got voted for was just a creature that ended up dancing to music and just, I don't know. I never even hardly find them anyway. They're like so completely worthless to me. They are cute though. I will give you that. They are cute. I kind of like them, but I also think that they were not the best alternative. And the vote that turned out the sniffer had two. Well, really, the tough golem was like the most worthless mob I've ever seen in the mob votes ever. But I mean, the rascal seemed to me to be the obvious choice. I mean, seriously? You can have a enchanted iron pickaxe just for tapping this guy 3 times, probably? That's probably how it would work. I mean, that's a great deal. Imagine what they would have done to speedrunning and just normal Minecraft. They would have revolutionized that as well. But instead we got a sniffer who digs up seeds. The only thing... They didn't even revolutionize anything, really. It just added a few new chinks of lore. In short, the mob votes have been kind of unsatisfactory, really. Most people are not satisfied with them. Or at least a lot of people are. Actually, most people probably are satisfied with them. But because the community, the community that actually is like big on Minecraft, watches videos and such. Like if you watch pretty much any videos of Minecraft, you might be a bigger Minecraft geek than you think. So yeah, you can maybe the people. I don't know. I don't know where it's going with that. But some people don't actually, you know that much about this game. And so yeah, Minecraft still is a huge game. That's just because the community that's big on it is the minority doesn't mean that it's not massive. The fact that it has this many people that actually care about the game, like care massively about the game, is incredible. Well, at least for the game anyway. But I think it's incredible for, well, maybe not incredible for, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that either. Wait, I'm trying to anyway, in short, there you have it. Your opinion didn't matter. And the reason why Mojang closed off the mob vote is because they probably saw these problems and were like, maybe we should stop having mob votes. So I don't know what they're gonna do about that in the future. Whether they're actually gonna commit to not doing mob votes anymore or biome votes or anything like that. I still actually kind of liked that idea, but on one hand, it does cause a lot of frustration. It seems. So yeah, you petitioners got what you wanted. Even though I thought you were crazy. I thought you were crazy. Like, dude, 100,000 people signed a petition? Who cares? Mojang's got like 100 million or something playing Minecraft, and 100,000 signed a petition. But really, any good developers would care about what their groups want, what the community wants. Hopefully, any good developer ought to. Hopefully, at least. Maybe they'll take that out of context, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Don't quote me. I'm not a super intelligent person. Don't quote me. I might not really know what the implications of what that I'm saying would mean. Anyway, that's all I had to say. I only have a couple more things to say. Actually, I have one word. Wait, 2 words to say to you. Subscribe, nerds! Wait, one more word. Bye.